Have you ever wondered why some law firms thrive and others continue to struggle year over year? Well, the answer may lie in the power of specialization. In this episode, we're going to cover the power of niching down to cover a couple of key special practice areas for your practice. We're going to talk about some of the benefits of that, from operational efficiency to close rate improvements, and ultimately the most important part of it, more cases and more profit. Welcome to another episode of the Optimized Law Firm Podcast. I will be your host. This is Patrick Carver. I'm the CEO of Consultation Marketing. The podcast is all about helping law firms enjoy a more profitable and enjoyable law firm experience. And today we are going to be talking about niching down. So the title of the podcast is Niche Down, Profits Up: Why Specialization Works So Well for Many Firms. And first, we're going to talk about kind of what this strategy or thought process is. We're going to then get into some of the specific benefits that law firms receive when they apply this approach. So what are we talking about with niching down into a particular practice area? So there's a tons of variety in terms of types of law firms out there, but coming from our perspective as a marketing agency, we see who is doing really well, who's struggling, who is stagnant, or just kind of right there in the middle of the road. And a common thread that we've noticed over the past 8 years is that a lot of the firms who specialize in a single practice area really do better in terms of a number of benefits or a number of aspects than other law firms who are trying to handle multiple practice areas and don't really have a true specialization, right? They do a little bit of criminal, but also a little bit of PI, or a little bit of immigration and a little bit of criminal. And there's some scenarios where I do think that makes sense, but when you are kind of in this mindset that you're trying to get to be a seven-figure law firm, I think probably the best path for this is, in fact, specialization. So some of the benefits that you're probably already aware of, but we'll go through them, really quickly. Number one, you are going to have a better presentation to the world, right? As someone who specializes in one key area is going to give you a benefit over other people, and a lot of times this leads to a big bit of operational efficiency that we see with our clients when they choose one over the other. So imagine delivering world-class service with better quality and faster every single time. You might think that this is an enormous challenge, but it's really not, and it's completely actionable by niching down your practice.